Hey everyone, this is Billy. How y'all doing today? I'm out on my walk here again today. I did go walking yesterday, but the weather was kind of bad yesterday, and plus I didn't have much to say, so I didn't do a vlog yesterday. But today, I'm back, and I wanted to do another vlog. This is going to be a new series of vlogs because I just go watch season 17 of The Biggest Loser, and I plan on reviewing every episode next season of The Biggest Loser when they come out. But for now, I just want to go ahead and give my thoughts on season 17, which, it was a pretty good season. So, this is my first time being exposed to The Biggest Loser. My mom had been watching it, ever since it came out, but I've been, I kind of ignored it. But because of my, situation where I wanted to lose weight and stuff like that, I watched the show to kind of get some ideas on things to do and stuff like that. And I learned a lot from the show. I think the show, what it sets out to do is pretty fantastic. I think it's good that people are trying to lose weight and they want to make themselves better and stuff like that. So I want to talk about season 17, but of course I'm not going to go by episode by episode. I just want to talk about the show today, and I want to go ahead and give my thoughts on the finale, which was the big reveal at the end of what everybody looks like and all that, at that time when the finale aired. But I, of course, didn't watch it live. I watched it, a couple months later. So I think the finale aired in February, and it's like March, like middle of March now. So it's been a few weeks since the finale. So that's one thing that I just keep saying, I'll try to stop that. Anyway, so, and keep in mind, I'm doing this without a script, so that's kind of why I paused for a second. Anyways, so what I want to say about the show itself is I really like it because most reality shows, you got two different kind of reality shows I noticed. You got the reality show where everyone is fighting for a prize, and you got the reality shows where everyone lives in a house. And so you got your shows like Jersey Shore and Real World. Is Real World even still a thing anymore? I don't even know. I haven't watched MTV forever. But in those shows, you just got people living in the house, and then every now and then someone acts up, so they kick them off. And then like in shows like Survivor, from what I know, is everyone's fighting for that $1 million grand prize. I think it's $1 million. And they just want to try to win that grand prize. So everyone's kind of, money grubbing, and it's all about winning the prize. It's all that's about. And then you have, let's go to WWE. They have a reality show called Tough Enough, which is kind of a unique beast because usually the winner of Tough Enough you never see again. But all the losers from Tough Enough, you sometimes see them. Excuse me. You see them like Cameron. She was like one of the first to get eliminated one season of Tough Enough, and then she's like the only one I know of from that season that made it to the main roster. So Tough Enough's a weird beast because WWE sometimes goes, you know what? They were all contestants on Tough Enough. We're signing them all. It's just it's kind of weird. WWE's weird. So, but this reality show, the reason why I say it's a little different is, they're all competing for a prize, but at the same time, that's not the only reason they're there. The reason they're there is because they need to lose weight, because they have let themselves go so far out of control, and there's no way that the Biggest Loser is like the best thing that could happen to them to help them lose weight. So each week when it comes that time, that weigh-in, you find yourself kind of not wanting to see anyone get eliminated, but someone's going to get eliminated. So it's actually pretty tense because you want everyone to succeed on the show, and then you get to that point where it gets to the very end, and it's like, you're like, oh no, and then like you find out like you're one of the people, the one you were really rooting for gets eliminated, and it like breaks your heart. And it kind of almost breaks your heart when you see anyone get kicked off the show because you're like, man, But the cool thing I like about Biggest Loser is that even though you get kicked off their show, your competition isn't over yet. You actually, when you get sent home, they have people help you, and they send you stuff so that you can continue your weight loss journey and you compete for $100,000 grand prize being at home trying to lose weight. So I think that's a cool, really, really cool thing that they do. And so I like what The Biggest Loser does. I like the message they send out. I like the idea. I like how, people, it gives people hope, for them to, that if these people can do it, you can do it too. Love that. So now let's talk about the finale. And this is where I might get a little slack on this video, because I'm going to say some things that isn't exactly very nice, but I have to give my honest opinion. If I don't give my honest opinion, then I'm cheating, the audience. I'm cheating people who actually click on my video, because I want to tell the people the truth, how I actually feel. So we get to the finale. In the finale, the way it's presented and everything, fine. I like the way they do the scale thing, and they start you off from like the day you started all the way to the day that you end and everything like that. And so first thing they do is they bring out all the people from, they slowly introduce everyone they sent home, and they're gradually showing their story, how long they lasted on the show and stuff like that. And some of the people who come from home, they look really good. They do. They look really, really good. And then you got some that come on there, and you could tell they've lost a lot of weight, but they could still lose a few more pounds. There's some that could lose a few more pounds. There's some who come on there who, as long as they maintain the weight that they are at that moment, they'll be fine for the rest of their life, because they're at a very good weight. And then you get some that you just wonder about, like the biggest thing I noticed is the two twins who are on the show, who won the show. You got the Lewis at home who won, and I think it was Roberto who won the grand prize, the $250,000, which is fine, but I don't know. They kind of creeped me out a little bit, because when they got on screen, it wasn't like they just lost weight. It looked like they starved themselves, and I might be completely way off base here, but like they had skin hanging off their arms and stuff like that, and I just kept thinking, man, that is not a good look for you. And it's like some of these people, even like Sarah, who came on the show, she's really, really skinny and she looks great, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's like you kind of went too far, It's like at some point you gotta say, look, okay, I'm at the weight I want to be. I don't need to lose anymore. It's like, I think one of the best out of the three finalists, I think the one that actually kind of looked the best in his new skin, his new body, was Kobe, because Kobe, he still looked like Kobe. You couldn't say that about Lewis and Roberto and Steven. Roberto and Steven, I don't know what they did, but they got themselves really, really thin, and I don't know, it kind of weirded me out a little bit, because they had skin hanging off their body. And I know when you lose a lot of weight real fast, that tends to happen. You tend to lose too much at once, and your skin, your body doesn't have time to, or maybe your body just got too stretched out and your skin will never fully go back. But that's not taking anything away from them. I mean, they all did a fantastic job, and I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, again, congratulations to everyone who lost weight on that show. I in my opinion, I think some people, they could lose a few more pounds, which just, you've done a great job so far. Just keep doing what you're doing. Lose a few more pounds. There's some on there that who needed to stay and maintain the weight they're at, their perfect weight. I thought Aaron looked good. I thought Felicia looked really good. Kobe, he looked really good. If he wanted to drop a few more pounds, he could, but he still looked really good. And then there's some of them that, some of them could probably, gain a little bit of their weight back. Not all of it back, obviously. We don't want them to go back to where they were at, but, an extra 10 pounds wouldn't hurt them at all, because, I don't know. And then again, even if they were to try to gain some of the weight back, I don't know if their skin would go back to the way it was. I don't know. That's just something that bothers me. That's just a personal thing on me. So, don't take offense to it. That's, congratulations to everyone, But that's all I wanted to say. I think the Biggest Loser is a good show. I think, next season I'll be talking about it more. I'll be actually doing vlogs about it, telling people more about the show because I think it's a fantastic show. One thing I will say, and I gotta call Kobe out on this, is they did a Final Temptation on the show. See, the entire season they were doing temptation. Like one time it was money, another time it was food, another time it was electronic devices. And each time, most of the time, the teams would reject the temptations, or they would send the temptations onto the other team. At the end, they said, Kobe, we're gonna have one last temptation for the 3 finalists, which was Roberto, Steven, and Kobe. And they said, we're going to offer you $50,000. But if you take the $50,000, you're going to lose. You're going to have a 3-pound disadvantage in the weigh-in. And the reason why 3 pounds is because normally people at the weigh-in usually win by 2 or 3 pounds. That's how it's came down. In a lot of our season finales, it's always gone down between 2 to 3 pounds between the 2 finalists or the 3 finalists or how many finalists they have on the show. Again, this is my first season watching it. I don't know. But they said this is the first time they've ever done anything like this. So they have 30 seconds to decide, and they're sitting there and they're deciding. And Steven and Roberto, they're not touching it. But Kobe, man, he sits there, and at the very last second, he hits the buzzer and he takes the $50,000 and takes the 3-point disadvantage and 3-pound disadvantage. And everyone's like, Kobe, why did you do it? And Kobe, he starts telling the story. At first he's having a hard time telling the story. Like it really felt like he came up with it on the spot. A while back somebody a family got a hold of me and they were all going to commit suicide, but they watched that episode of The Biggest Loser and they all decided not to. It's like, Really, Kobe? That was why? He's like, yeah, I've already, you talk about oppression every day and making an impact, and I made an impact. So if I don't win it's like Kobe, dude. If I was you, dude, I would just been like straight up, look, it's $50,000. I might not win. I'm at least taking some money home, and if I do win, I'll be taking more money home. He may have, his story might be completely legit. I'm not even saying he's lying or anything like that. It seems so spur of the moment. Like he was just caught off guard. He had to come up with some reason. Look, dude, you want $50,000, just me. I can't blame him for taking it because ultimately he would have lost anyway. So he was the smart one taking the $50,000. They all should have took the $50,000. But, yeah, I just thought that was weird, Kobe's little excuse at the end. And I thought Kobe, he did a fantastic job. He was one of my favorite characters on the show the whole season. I think he's fantastic. And like I said, he looks great now. If he dropped a couple more pounds, more power to him. If he doesn't drop a couple more pounds, stay where you're at. Just maintain where you're at. You'll be fine. But, yeah, and me, I'm still working out. One of the reasons why I kind of like doing it my way, where I'm gradually building up, is because, like I said, when you drop a whole bunch of weight at once, man, you got that extra skin that hangs off you. And I want to try to keep my skin, not from hanging off of me. I want my skin to adjust to my new body. But, again, I mean no disrespect to anyone from the show at all. And if you're a Biggest Loser contestant and you watch this video and you take offense to what I say, I want to apologize now. It's not personal. It's just how you came off on television to me. You look weird. But everyone, you did a fantastic job. And I want to thank everyone for watching this video. And like I said, Biggest Loser will be one of the vlogs I'll be doing once the new season comes back up. And I might even do some extra vlogs on it, talking about different things from the show. I actually had one thing. I wanted to say, but I might save it for a different video. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, you guys, congratulations on the contestants of The Biggest Loser, and hopefully one day I'll lose the weight too, and I'll tell you all how much I lost. So we'll see. All right, have a wonderful day. Bye.